Hello everyone, my name is Lakna. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, if you're my regular subscribers as well, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. In my channel, I love to talk about all things tarot, numerology, and especially Vedic astrology related. And in this video, I want to talk about the Vedic astrology with the upcoming full moon, which is happening around the 19th or 20th of August, depending on where you live. And this full moon will be happening in the sign of Aquarius in the nakshatra called Dhanishta. And I really wanted to make this video before the 8th of August because in numerology, the 8th of August, tomorrow, is going to be a very significant day. The 8th of the 8th of, it's 888. It is like a amplification of the energies of 8 on the 8th of August, because when you also add up the 2024, that is a number 8. So it, in numerology, when there are numbers doubled, tripled, tomorrow will be tripled, it is really like amplifying that energy. And the number 8 has a lot to do with material, financial abundance. And so I wanted to make this video before tomorrow so you can all have a bit of an idea about this chapter that we're on. And I will be relating this full moon back to the new moon because this is the chapter that we're experiencing. It starts with the new moon. The new moon sets the tone for what we will be experiencing. And then heading towards the full moon is when this energy becomes illuminated to us for what is holding us back, what is really sort of has been hidden from our awareness that we need to integrate a bit more. And it's really coincides with the new moon, and these are two of the themes that we have to balance out within ourselves. So let's talk about this full moon, which is happening in Dhanishta Nakshatra. So first of all, the sign of Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus and also Rahu. So these are some really powerful planetary energies that are, you know, wanting to teach us and help us in this month of August. So Saturn is one of the teachers, very strict teacher in our life, who really wants us to focus on what is truly important, and to cut out all of the ignorance, the bullshit, the drama, all of the things that are not serving us. And Saturn is such a strict teacher because he really pushes us to work hard, to dedicate time to ourselves and really be committed, dedicated, focused, disciplined. All of those hard things that really do help us grow and really do, like, these are essential sort of traits that we need to embody to really become who we're supposed to and align with who we're supposed to. Then there's the planet Uranus, which is so connected to like our authentic, liberated self and really embodying that and really being comfortable in who we are, uniquely ourselves, our individual selves. So this is very Aquarian energy. And Rahu is about really following our path, our destined path that is aligned with what we are supposed to uniquely do for us. And that can only happen when we're really listening to Saturn and doing the hard work and staying dedicated and overcoming the obstacles that come up, and, you know, really staying committed to ourselves, and also embodying that Uranus energy of really being true to who we are and authentic in ourselves. So yeah, these are themes that are going to be arising to do kind of with the new moon we had in Cancer in the nakshatra called Ashlesha. This new moon that we just had is sort of bringing up these themes within us that have to do with how we feel secure in ourselves emotionally. And with this full moon in Aquarius, it's so interesting because Aquarius is so detached from the external world. Aquarius is the sign that cares so much about the world but is quite detached. Very different to the new moon that we had in Cancer, which is Cancer is so emotionally intertwined and connected and attached to the things that Cancer cares about: friends, family, and loved ones, and your partners and whoever it is in your life. And even not just people, but it can be like your pets and your sometimes in like material belongings that you feel really emotionally connected to, that bring you a sense of security. And leading to this full moon, it's a time for us to have a look at what things we are emotionally connected to and attached to, that we maybe need to loosen that grip of attachment. And I feel this month a big theme is really to not be detached, but to be non-attached. I feel that there is a difference there, because when you're detached, it's like you just don't care. You feel like you're disconnected or you don't belong. Like this is the shadow side of Aquarius, of like being able to be amongst so many people and be there and be a good friend to so many people, but yet feel so alone and isolated and disconnected. And that is the shadow side. Like, that is not where we want to be. We want to be in that group of people in our community and feeling a strong sense of love and connection to everyone, but also not being needy or attached to anything outside of ourselves, to feeling really whole and secure in who we are as individuals and really being our full, free, authentic selves. And this does get, like, the lines can get blurred very easily when we are intertwined in relationships and in groups, in communities. Like, it is just human nature to sort of blend in with others and lose our way in some even minuscule way. We can sometimes lose our sense of self when we are intertwined with other relationships. And this is a theme I feel for this month that's going to come up, is if there has been in any way where we have tried to change ourselves to fit in, or to like make someone else feel better about themselves, or to just make things easier. Like, whatever the reason is, ask yourself this month, like, has anything in any way, have you tried to change who you are, dim your light, or alter yourself to get along with the crowd, get along with your partner, fit in, or just not to disturb the peace? Is there in any way you have changed yourself, changed your life, changed your values, your priorities, your perspective? This is the time to ask yourself, does everything that you think, you believe, that you align with, that you perceive and you give out to the world, that is you? Like, is that fully, authentically you? And if not, ask yourself, what do you need to do to change, to alter these parts of your life and to align more with who you truly are? And the more that you align with who you truly are and follow your bliss, follow your passions, follow what really, like, what your values are, what your priorities are, what your goals are, when you align every single part of your life with that, that is when you start to attract and magnetized to people and communities and situations, and like even jobs, careers, and like even food. Like you can align with like instead of going to like Coles or Woolies, you like align more with going to like a Whole Foods store, because you are aligning more with like organic foods, for example. You, instead of going out clubbing and going drinking when you know that's not something you want to do, you decide to go hiking every weekend or camping or something like that, and you start meeting like-minded people in that way. So just think about these things, because Aquarius is connected to like society at large and communities, and this Aquarian energy is like this energy of really it's really about the people. And but to really connect with your people, you have to like really be connected to yourself and feel really secure in yourself, feel really like comfortable and free in being who you truly are. So yeah, just a few things to think about. With Aquarius, and especially this nakshatra Dhanishta, there is the shadow potential to just be so super hyper independent, and in only just like trusting yourself and relying on yourself, which can be a beautiful thing in that you really know that you have your back. But this is also unhealthy in believing that you can't rely on anyone else. And this way of thinking really can close you off to the help and assistance and the blessings and the opportunities that sometimes God wants to send to you through the form of other people. And this is a major lesson of for Dhanishta Nakshatra, is just really trusting more and letting go and being in flow. And this is a theme for this month. These are also life lessons for the new moon in Cancer in Ashlesha that we are also experiencing this chapter in. So really trusting. And we see this with the symbol of the drum, Lord Shiva's drum, which represents like drumming to the beat, like of the rhythm of life. Really, the drum also like represents time, and these are like, time is ruled like something that Saturn rules, like. And you know, when we think about time, it's like trusting the divine timing in life, and knowing that everything is happening in the divine time, in the way it's supposed to, and really being in flow with that divine timing, allowing things to unfold, not forcing things or pushing things to happen. And there's also the symbol of Lord Krishna's flute. And so musical instruments, this star Dhanishta is also called the star of symphony. So it's really connected to music and dance, and this is so beautiful. This is something we can try and tap into this month, is really like listening to music, listening to the messages that come through song, and insights that can come to us while we're free and dancing and letting our bodies move and take us wherever, like however we want to dance. Like if you play an instrument, great, like do that, like get back into that. If you've like left like one of your instruments for a long time, like now is the month to get back on top of that and like start playing. And when you connect with music, this is such a powerful thing, because you are really allowing yourself to be in flow, and you're not really reacting to life when you are playing an instrument or when you're dancing. That is when you're allowing your body to be a channel, to be a vessel, just like the drum and the flute. These are empty vessels, they're hollow inside. And Dhanishta is like a channel as well. So at this time of the full moon and leading up to this full moon, we are going to realize more and more how much we are also like these hollow instruments. We are divine channels, and we can tap into and be in flow with the rhythm of life and with the universal consciousness, and wherever that wants to take us towards our Rahu, which is our destiny, our purpose. This is the Aquarius full moon. Aquarius rules over Rahu, which is quite aligned with our destiny and our future, sort of like what we're moving towards. When you think about the flute and the drum, these hollow instruments, they are, the music or the sound that flows through them is channeled through another person that may or may not be connected to that instrument. So if we think about ourselves as divine instruments of this universe, are we allowing someone else to channel us and really guide us towards what we are presenting to the world? Or are we allowing ourselves, our higher selves, our guides, our angels, our ancestors, our spirit guides, is that what we're allowing to guide us, to help us flow through and navigate this life? Ask yourself that, because especially this month is when these themes are coming up to do with how much we are really the guides of our life and taking that front driver's seat, or are we taking the passenger seat to our life? Because when we think about these themes to do with being attached to things outside of ourselves, these things can influence us. And when we're not feeling emotionally secure in ourselves, this is when our vision becomes a little bit blurred, and we're not really doing things for ourselves anymore. And like I said, with the Aquarian energy, that this Dhanishta energy, which can be especially like quite hyper independent, we don't want that, but we also don't want to feel codependent and attached. That is the other extreme, which these sorts of themes can come up this month to do with that, to do with like our relating with other people, and if that is healthy, or if it's leaning more towards like the codependent side. Because when you are in a codependent relationship, then you sort of lose yourself. You forget your needs, you forget your wants, your desires, what truly makes you happy. And these hollow instruments that we could see as ourselves, like if that is us, like we don't want to feel empty and hollow inside. And that is what happens. That's when like you become depressed or you feel apathetic towards life, is when you stop living for yourself and you stop following your own dreams and goals and wishes. So really ask yourself, especially now that Mercury is retrograde, this is the time for us to journal and reflect and meditate on the path that we are taking, the goals and the visions and the dreams that we have, and if they are actually our own, and if they still align with us, because we are growing and evolving, and our dreams and visions can definitely change. So yeah, ask yourself that. So I know I mentioned in the beginning of this video that we have this 888 portal coming up, and this is to do with really opening up and allowing and aligning with abundance, especially material, financial security and abundance. And the full moon that's happening in Aquarius in this nakshatra, Dhanishta, is the meaning of Dhanishta is wealthy and complete. And the real meaning behind this star is being spiritually wealthy, like wealthy not necessarily financially, but wealthy in mind, and mind, body and spirit. And what does that mean to you? I ask you all to really reflect on that. What does it really mean to be wealthy and abundant? And I think it has a lot more to do with just money, and it really requires some of these themes of Dhanishta, of really trusting in the divine timing that is symbolized by Lord Shiva's drum, trusting in the rhythm of life, the flow of life. So being in flow, being in harmony, and allowing yourself to channel and respond in the divinely aligned ways instead of reacting to life, actually moving with flow and with grace. And that is when you align, you're in the right place at the right time, you're meeting the right people, and you're just aligning exactly as you should, and trusting that no matter how off course you may feel, that everything is perfect and you are aligning, everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. There's always growth, there's always lessons to learn, and there's always something to gain out of every experience. So not feeling bad about where you're at. And also, I just want to mention, if any of my viewers are feeling like really addicted to something, attached, like really relying on something to keep you feeling emotionally secure, also please, I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad about anything like that. This is, honestly, it's human nature to be attached to things, and this is a beautiful thing. And this process of learning non-attachment brings us back to our sense of like power. It gives us back our self-worth, self-love, confidence, when we're able to see that we really don't need anything outside of ourselves. Like these hollow instruments, they are empty, but they're able to channel some beautiful sounds, frequencies. They're able to present so much to the world, even though they are completely empty inside. And that is just like us. Like, we literally do not need anything outside of ourselves. We have the power to heal ourselves, we have the power to uplift ourselves. We are the only ones that can really make us happy, make us feel love, and like anything, really, it's just a bonus when we're experiencing it through another person. But when we're experiencing love through another person, really they're just reflecting back to us the love that we already have for ourselves. So yeah, I just wanted to add that as well, because I do feel like this is kind of a theme of thinking about the connections that we have in our life, the communities that we're a part of, the people in our life, and also like that in connection to ourselves and how we feel connected to ourselves, and really being happy. And real happiness, I believe, requires us to really understand who we are in our individual, like, unique selves. And it's so interesting because, like, people, we are all like in these communities, these groups, and like there's these social groups, like all of us, we're either in, like, if you're going to uni, you're a part of your uni class. If you're working, like your colleagues, like you create this group, this community. If you go to church, like that religious group, like there's always groups and communities, friendship groups that we're a part of. And while we to each and every one, like everything and everyone is connected in this universe, like we are not separate, but we are all so special and so unique, and we all have these unique offerings, unique gifts, unique auras, unique energies and expressions to share with the world. And astrology truly proves that, because seeing like you like to see a birth chart that is the same as another one, it is so rare. It's like I can't remember the exact number, but it is like such a large number. Like it's so rare for someone to have the same birth chart, which just proves like we're all so rare and so special, and it's such a miracle for us to be here on earth at this point in time. So yeah, like it is so important then for us to be fully ourselves and feeling free and confident and comfortable to share who we are. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. I hope that this video has inspired you. I hope that this month is really beautiful, and I hope that like Mercury retrograde is really inspiring you all in this time and giving you more clarity, more perspective, more insights into your path, your purpose, your what is aligning with you right now and what isn't. I hope that this full moon really illuminates more and more as well. And I hope that you all have such a healing month. And yeah, I love you all. I will see you all in my next video.